In this video, you will learn about lattice energy and the Born-Haber cycle. What is lattice energy? Let's take this ionic compound, for example, sodium chloride as an example. It is the energy to put 1 mole of the sodium chloride into sodium gas state ion plus chlorine in the gas state anion. This energy is very difficult to measure experimentally. Why? Because you can just heat this one up no matter how you do it over here. You can, if you just heat it up or do something or do electrolysis, you are going to get sodium metal and you're going to get chlorine gas, Cl2 gas. Or you can put it into water, but you cannot put it into the gas form. You can dissolve the salt, so you can form sodium plus, that is the aqueous form. So it's very difficult to experimentally measure the lattice energy of a salt or of any ionic compound. Let me repeat this again. The lattice energy is the amount of energy to convert 1 mole of substance, preferably ionic compound, into its constituent in the gas phase, in the gas form of cation and anion. Let me put it this way. If we decide to write an equation for this example, it will be sodium chloride solid with 0, sodium Na plus, that is in gas form, plus chlorine negative in gas form. So this energy, the enthalpy of this reaction, it is called the lattice energy. So how can we know it? Well, by using the Haber's law. In this case, there is a special way of doing Haber's law, which is we have to do it in the opposite way. That means, how can we use sodium solid and chlorine gas in order to form, this is my goal, in order to form NaCl. Okay, so this one can be hypothetical because in each step over here, we can find the energy from the literature. For example, over here, sodium, this is my goal, okay, so it come together. Sodium solid, the first thing it needs to do is, we can either melt it or we can sublimate it, okay. So sodium solid, it can become sodium gas. We know what energy that is from the literature. This is the sublimation energy from solid to gas. Okay, over here, the chlorine gas, what can I do with this? Okay, so it is the bond energy. See, I can open this up, become 2 of the chlorine gas atom. Okay, so that is called the bond energy because chlorine, we know what this bond energy already. So we know the delta H for each step here now. Okay, so what's next? All right, so this one, I can make this into Na plus. And what type of energy is that? Is the ionization energy. Okay, because from a solid over here, we ionize it and we get an ion. Okay, what about this? This one from Cl into Cl minus, still in the gas form. Okay, so what is this step now? It's called Electron Affinity. Okay, now we can combine these two and form NaCl. That is this one. And this one is called a lattice energy. Okay, so how can we get this lattice energy? Well, we know we can find energy for this step. For this step, we don't know how this step is, but we can use Hess's law to find the energy from the beginning to the end. And what is that energy? Over here, from elemental form, most stable state, 1 mole. Yes, that is called the enthalpy of formation. Okay, so this is enthalpy delta H. Okay, so if we can find this from the literature and we can find each of these values from the literature, then we can calculate the lattice energy because everything is known.